Clean for the Queen. Most wonderful, fantastic woman, richest woman on this planetary game sphere we call Earth.
Yes.
Terra firma.
So we should all clean for the Queen, because the richest woman on the planet wants us to all clean everywhere for free. Just let that sink in.
Yeah.
Clean for the richest woman on the planet for free because you want to.
You know this woman? She's the biggest parasite in history. The whole family are, actually. And do you know what? I mean, this is supposed to be common knowledge, but recently the BBC have paid tribute to a certain Mr. Jimmy Savile.
Yes.
On the BBC website, you can see a tribute page for him. Now, Jimmy Savile apparently was best mates with this woman.
Yeah.
And her family, her eldest son.
They used to even share kids with each other.
Yeah, they used to supply, allegedly. He used to supply Queenie with fresh blood. Because they're blood-sucking vampires. Parasites. Stop paying them money.
Biggest benefit scrounger on the planet.
Clean for the Queen. Clean for yourself.
This would be the same Queen that signed onto the EU thing, so she's actually not the Queen of the UK anymore, she's a traitor.
I'd clean out the local despots, to tell you the truth. And maybe that might make the place a little bit better.
Why does nobody else ask these questions that we're asking? Because they must be thinking them.
Are you just taking it up the jacksie and just paying the money? Because, well, they use force against you. And we said congratulations to them before by hiring the courts for the day and making up their own court paperwork.
Yes.
And, yeah, you know, if you vote for, say, a group of people, like, say, me, not that I could never run for the council, because I just couldn't thief. I just couldn't steal
Your
from the
conscience
people.
would get to you.
I couldn't treat them like the local mafia do. But yeah, if you vote for a group of people to look after you, and then they tell you in plain sight, they even put it in their little magazine pamphlet which you get through the door every month. Propaganda. And they tell you in plain sight that they're going to give all your money away and you're going to have to pay more.
Oh, that sounds fair. After all, you know, what else are they going to spend it on?
The Queen! Clean for the Queen, anybody? Why would you want to clean for that woman?
How about house for the Queen?
She's so wonderful. She was mates with bloody Jimmy Savile, you idiots!
Nottingham is an official city of literature.
You've seen some of the books we've been reading just recently. You won't find them in any libraries in England.
No, all the good books are gone. They don't want you. That's where you get the most truth from.
I'll tell you what I was listening to last night, and we've been playing it in the car. I don't know what the author's name is, but he did a film.
Neil Douglas, whatever. Yeah, he was in The Secret.
He's done a series of books called Conversations with God. He doesn't actually realise it yet, or at the time, but he was actually speaking with his higher self.
Oh, look at this. What? How would devolution work?
Devolution, that's evolution,
yeah,
isn't it?
What this is all about is splitting the UK up into separate regions, and then they'll have a separate dictator for each region.
This was where Derby and Nottingham were going to unite, weren't they?
Yes, yeah. Well, they already tried it with the police, didn't they?
We went to the police to say, are you aware that the local dictatorship is actually producing their own court documents and liability orders on a Thursday at the place which used to be called the Magistrates' Court?
What's it called now then?
Justice Centre.
Ah.
Just Us Centre. They hire the court for the day and they make up all their own paperwork. And the woman at the counter, she says, oh, have you looked on legislation.gov.uk? And after I said that, her hands went off the keyboard like this.
And she said that. Then you said something.
She said that, I said this, we said that. You know what I mean?
You know, like Bill of Rights.
Yeah, and then her hands removed from the keyboard. But we actually, they said, yeah, we know. They make up their own documents. Yeah, we know. We'd like to report them. No comment.
You mean you can't report criminals at the police station these days? Wonder if that's because whenever you get any paperwork...
You can report criminals, but you can't report the local servants that are just serving themselves. And they do it in plain sight.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. It is in your face.
Plain sight.
We are robbing you. We don't care what you say. We're going to do it anyway because you're too thick to come and challenge us about it.
Yeah, smart meters coming soon.
They've
Great
been
news.
The Canada's getting rid of them because they've been proven to links with cancer.
That'll be more money to be made then.
Yep.
Did you see in the Broadmoor shopping centre how many Macmillan cancer posters there were?
Yeah.
About
Macmillan's
12 of
actually one of the only ones I would consider giving to. However, I don't give to any cancer charity because, as we all know, there are multiple cures for cancer.
It came out in the papers the other day that nearly all charities, and there's 161,000 charities registered in the UK, that's the United Kingdom Private Limited Corporation, tried to get shares, didn't we?
Yeah.
They threw us out of the bank. Tried to get shares in the DVLA. They called the security as well.
The private limited company, DVLA.
Yeah.
That sells your details for profit.
So what's on? A lot of new street lights. Oh yeah.
Well done again. I know what's coming. Well done.
Go on then.
Well done.
Another compliment. Well done to manage to line Scottish and Southern Electricity's pockets with £83.5 million for lights that don't need replacing.
Yes.
Do you know I was in Netherfield yesterday, Gedling, and you can see as you come through Colic, there's all these old metal posts from, I think it's from the 1970s, and that'll be what, 40 odd years ago, and they've got these big long red lights in. When they first come on, as it goes to dusk, they come on, they sort of glow red, and then they glow orange, because orange cuts through fog much better than blue would. But the new lights now, they're almost white, perfect white light. I think Philips developed some new fangled system, which is extremely expensive. But those lights are still working perfectly from the 40 years old, they're still working perfectly.
Oh, well, they must need replacing then.
In Bridgeford, they've got lights from the 1930s, 1930s before the so-called war, that are still working. And they've just changed the bulb and cleaned the lens.
But wait a minute.
So congratulations for replacing all the poles. There was nothing wrong with them at all. What, they got metal fatigue?
Well,
big compliment on screwing that one.
If they have got metal fatigue, then you can only blame the dictators for not getting them the poles galvanised in the first place, can't you? If you're going to do a job, do it right. But then again, you can't replace them 10 years later then and make a load more money for your mates.
By the way, they were galvanised. In fact, you pointed it out, the old ones look stronger than the newer ones they're putting up.
Yeah.
And they've only been 10 years. So, yeah, quite a lot of stuff there. Anyway, we're off to play Silly Missiles with Francois Mitterrand. Right, by the way, that meeting the other day, IS.
I'm going to have to strike back.
Pencil sharpener. You
Anyway.
English scum, you will give us money for defence, says to Cammerface. And Cammerface says,
we'll open up the Channel Tunnel.
or we will brick up the Channel Tunnel.
No, they never
And Cameron
say that.
what did Cameron say? I think he's going to give them 30 million or 60 million
Yeah.
for extra defence. Why? Called the French. Pay for it themselves.
Why should they when they've got us to pay for it for them?
Debt Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.